Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Sinai Temple. Welcome to the Ted and Hedy Orden of Blessed Memory and Family Friday Night Live. We are honored to have you join us for our Kabbalat Shabbat services, where we are going to be celebrating a wonderful bar mitzvah a little bit later in the service. But for now, take a deep breath. The work week is done. Shabbat is here. We are given an extra soul. Join us together in prayer, in song, and in community. Hinei Matov. Hinei Matov u'manayim shevet achim kam yachad. 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 Hinei matov u'manayim shevet achim kam yachad.
Shalom, Cancer. All right. Welcome, everybody. As Cancer Feldman said, to the Ted and Hedy Orden and Family Friday Night Live. We'll begin together our service with Shalom Aleichem on page 73. Rabbi Sherman will lead us in Shalom Aleichem. Hey, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Sorry, I was just grabbing the angels as they were walking in. I couldn't do this without them.
They're finicky, right? You gotta get them while they're around.
Exactly. Actually, reminds me of the song that I sing every Friday morning to our preschool. It says, "The Shabbat angels are peeking through the windows," and I always imagine what are they looking into, but also what windows we have that we can look out to bring those angels in. So we'll welcome Shabbat by singing Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boachem L'Shalom. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeidchem L'Shalom, we say farewell. Tzeidchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We begin Kabbalat Shabbat, the formal part of our service, with recitation of Psalms. Psalms 95 through 99, and then Psalm 29, concluding with Lekha Dodi, and then of course the Psalms for Shabbat 92 and 93. So this evening, to help us bring in Shabbat, we are going to sing Psalm 96. And if you are following along in our red Sidur Lev Shalem, you can find it on page 13. Psalm 96, Shiru Ladonai. Yai, lai, lai, lai.
This Shabbat is the confluence of a lot of very interesting days. We have tonight's the beginning of, second day of Rosh Chodesh Adar, the new month of Adar. And on Sunday, we mark Valentine's Day. And I'll tell you what I think both of these have in common. Adar is the month where we say things are hafuch, upside down. Coincidentally, if you've been keeping track, this was the month a year ago that the world actually turned upside down. Everything that we were used to all of a sudden was flipped on its head. And this is that month. And it's amazing that it happened in the month of Adar. And that was an experience that taught us, is still teaching us, that when we say the world can turn on its head in an instant, it's not just lip service, it's actually possible. I didn't think it was that possible. I thought it was a great idea, but now we know for sure that truly the world could turn on its head in a moment. Now I've been distracted by my children crying, but don't worry, they're okay. Things turned upside down in a second. They were fighting, and now they're going to be fine. What this reminds me about for this upcoming Valentine's Day is that it's a reminder that things can turn on their head for the better too. We just saw, and we've been experiencing the world turning upside down for the worse, but it's important to remember when it comes to love, that the world can turn upside down and you could meet somebody immediately and your whole world can change for the better. So when we sing Lekha Dodi now, I'll invite you, when we get to Boi V'Shalom and we stand up, to be ready for that moment, for the world to turn upside down for the better. We'll begin Lekha Dodi together, page 23. I should also mention the melody we're going to use is a direct, it came directly from the world turning upside down. Because everybody went online, this is a melody that they use in the UK that I heard at a Shabbat service there. Would not have had access to it, had the world not turned upside down. Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela Boi v'shalom no Shamor v'zachor v'diborecha Ishmianu ameuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad L'shem u'tiferet L'shem u'tiferet v'litchila Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu lecha Ki hi mekor haberacha סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela. We'll turn to the last verse on page 25. I'll invite you to rise, and you can turn to the door and open it and welcome Shabbat in, or you can open your heart to let Shabbat into your soul. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala Gam besimcha u'tzohala Tochem Boi kala Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela Lekha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat lekabela.
Ended on a chord there that I thought was going to keep going.
Ended on a 5. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a very musical
1-4.
clergy here at Sinai Temple, so we speak that language, and I'm like,
if you want
yeah,
other songs that end on a 5, join us for more Friday night.
Stay tuned for a Pickety third.
Yeah. And if you don't know what that means,
Study music theory.
Exactly. I'm actually going to ask David Rothbart to turn on his camera for a moment when I give this small drosh just of our Torah before this next Psalm 92. Hi, David. How are you? Are you good?
Hello. Yeah,
Great. So,
I'm
David,
good.
I want to transport us to your favorite place. And what favorite place is that?
I'm assuming Camp Ramah.
You got it, right? And David and his sister Haley are longtime campers at Camp Ramah. God willing, we'll all be back there this summer as well. But before we begin the evening service of Ma'ariv, if you've ever been to Camp Ramah, the entire camp gathers as one, right on the hill. They call it Kikar Tzion, which is basically Jerusalem Square. And they sing these words, Tov lahodot ladonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. It is good to give thanks to God, to sing your praises. And something happened last night at Sinai Temple, well, virtually on Sinai Temple, that many people were watching. And there's a game show called Who Knows One, and it's Jewish geography, right? The host, his name is Micah, he was in Atlanta. He takes two people, and he puts them up against each other, and they have to compete to bring a person onto Zoom who they don't know. So for instance, there was a young woman who was born in Arkansas, and now she lives in Boulder, Colorado. And these two people from Sinai Temple, Los Angeles, had to find her, but they only had one chance. They had one chance to invite one person on the Zoom, and that person led to another, led to another, led to another. In essence, it's Jewish geography, right? We are all connected in some way. And one thing that really connects us is Shabbat. As Rabbi Rotenberg just said, the song that he sang of Lekha Dodi, he heard online in the UK, which has now been transported right here at Sinai Temple, and there are people watching from Sinai Temple and not from Sinai Temple. There have been some blessings during this also difficult time. We have been transportable, but we've also been able to form those relationships. David, you're not standing at Camp Ramah, but you're standing in your home. And this afternoon, I had the opportunity to deliver that ark and that table that your Siddur is on. Cone Chapel, a place that you and your family are so familiar to, is now in your house. When we say these words, Tov lahodot ladonai, it is good to give thanks to God. Sometimes it's hard to find what to give thanks to. But in moments like this, when we celebrate David's bar mitzvah, here within our larger Sinai Temple family, within the family minyan, I think it's pretty easy. Tov lahodot ladonai. Please sing with me. David, you can stay or go. It's up to you. Great. Tov lehodot ladonai, tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot ladonai, tov lehodot ladonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. להגיד בבוקר, בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך ולזמר לשמך עליון. יאי לה לה לי לה לי, יאי לה לה לי לה לי, יא לה לי לה יא לה 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 לי. יאי לה לה לי לה לי, יאי לה לה לי לה לי, יאי לה לה לי לה 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 לי, יא לה לי לה יא לה 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 יא לה לה יא לה לה יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה לה לה. We are going to continue with the Barechu as Cantor Feldman leads us, the call to prayer. We rise, page 39a, the Barechu.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב הרבים. Page 40, we join together, Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, V'ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, V'shokveinu v'kulmeinu, Nasiach bechukecha, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו לאורך ימינו, ובהם נגן יומם ולילה. ועבדתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. And now we have a special treat. Rabbi Sherman? We are going to, I believe, invite David, our bar mitzvah, correct? To lead us in the Shema.
Right. David, would you be able to lead just in the first line of the Shema? And then we'll do all the V'ahavta together.
And we'll hand it over to our cantorial intern for V'ahavta and Leman Tizkeru.
That sound good? Just the first line.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Elha.
From David to David.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
We continue with the second and third paragraphs of the Shema on our own. We're on page 42.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We'll turn to page 44 and we'll sing the words Mi Chamocha. Page 44. Mi Chamocha Ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar Ba'kodesh, Norah Tehilo, O Sefele, Mi Chamocha Ba'elim your Picardy third for the night. Page 44.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Picardy thirds, minor seconds. This is amazing. We're about to sing the Hashkiveinu prayer, a prayer for peace. And we know the word peace. Shalom.
Rabbi Sherman, your video is not on. Also, mine is not on, but there we go.
I'm honored that you wanted to see my face. I'll say it again. We're about to sing the Hashkiveinu prayer for peace. We all know the word for peace. It means shalom. And shalom, in essence, means completeness. We are not at peace until we have that completeness in our lives. But we also know that completeness does not mean perfection. We know that completeness means that there are challenges within each and every day. That last week, Moses went up the mountain of Yitro and got those 10 commandments. We all know what happened. He went down and it wasn't perfection. And so Moses goes back up the mountain again and gets the second set of tablets. And the rabbis ask, what happens with the first set of tablets that are completely broken? There was no receipt to return them, if you wish. But the Midrash tells us in the Talmud that those broken pieces were put in an aron, in an ark, and they were carried with them, along with the second set of tablets that were not the original intended ones. And so what is completeness? Completeness is the journey that we are on and will continue to be on. You know, when a family calls and says, what will my bar mitzvah look like in a year? Your guess is as good as mine. But what will the bar mitzvah look like in this moment? How will we pray in this moment? How will we live in this moment? That is completeness. And that is peace. Hashkiveinu. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamideinu Malkeinu Lechayim. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom V'hamideinu Malkeinu Lechayim. Ushmor tzeiteinu uvoeinu lechayim shalom me'ata v'yad olam. Hashkiveinu, please join us. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamideinu malkeinu lechayim. Shalom, 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 shalom.
We continue on page 46 and we rise for Vishamru as we sanctify the day together. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Hashabbat la'asot et Hashabbat medorotam. ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות המרידות וביום השביעי שבת וינבש שבת וינבש שבת וינבש ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורות המרידות יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבב בעלמא דברה קירותי והמליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבא מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו Amen.
So as we move into our silent Amidah for Shabbat Rosh Chodesh, we always want to do Le'ela. We always want to go up and up. So we've had a minor second, we've had a Picardy third. So in order to bring the number 4 in, I think we will do Adonai Sfatai in the key of F minor with 4 flats. Please join us. Ananana sfatai tiftach Ananana ufi yagid tehilatecha Ananana Adonai Ananana sfatai tiftach Ananana ufi The silent Amidah for Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh can be found on page 47, including the special prayer of Ya'aleh Ve'avo. Please use the text in Hebrew, in English, or the meditations of your heart as you offer your private devotion.
To conclude our Amidah, we're going to call upon David and Haley. Turn on your camera. Do you guys play instruments by any chance?
No. Does the recorder count?
So do you have any idea what these people are saying?
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. It's like Hebrew. No. Awesome. Okay, so you guys can lead us and I'll say shalom. This is the vocalist choice, whatever melody you guys would like.
Okay. We say Shalom Bimrama, Guya Asher Shalom Aleinu. Oh, say Shalom Bimrama, Guya Asher Shalom Aleinu. Oh, say Shalom Bimrama, Guya Asher Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al Yisrael.
And you're going to stay right there to lead us in the Aleinu, David. So you can, out of your Siddur, you can lead us in the Aleinu. We rise if you are able.
Okay. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol latet gedula le'otzer breshit shelo asanu k'gurei aratzon velo samanu k'mishbehot ha'adama shelo sam halkenu kohen v'gor aleinu k'ha'o amana ve'anachnu koreim u'mishtachavim u'modim Bifnei melech malchei hamalchim hakadosh baruch hu.
Shehu note shamayim ve'yoser haaretz u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim ima'al u'shchinatu zo begov hei meromim Hu Eloheinu einod emet malkeinu evezulato kakatu betorato yadata hayom ve'ashevota elevavecha ki Adonai hu Elohim בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד הכתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. You may be seated. And David, you can take just a break for a few moments.
In love, we remember those who no longer walk this earth. We are grateful to God for the gift of their lives and the cherished memories which endure. Earlier today was the 30th of Shvat, and we recalled the Yortzites of Louis Britton, Fanny Hanani, David Davis, Carolyn Evans, Pauline Gottlieb, Penina Klein, Shirley Lehman, Isaac Molamzadeh, Matilda Siegel, Harold Weinberger, and Irving Weiner. Tonight, we begin the 1st of Adar, and the Yortzites for the upcoming week, the 1st through 7th of Adar, are Rosine Ackerman, Elise Adler, Frida Beck, David Below-Kamen, Susan Bernard, Ida Bernstein, Gerald Bettini, Jack Bugan, Max Bazanski, Morris Bilchik, Nathan Bilker, Philip Black, Max Block, Sally Brandis, Ethel Klein, Hushang Danish, William Dimsdale, Haja Dunkelman, Harun Faramard, Iraj Faramandian, Gustav Felsenthal, Edward Field, Helen Fish, Jacob Farutin, Samuel Gabai, Bessie Gepter, Harry Glassman, Saul Goldenberg, Ann Goldman, Samuel Golson, Phyllis Gomer, Ernest Gottlieb, Ibrahim Gurji, Georgius Gross, Russell Grossman, Joanna Gubner, Irving Guzik, Isaac Hakim, Sylvia Houtman, Afarin Hay, Harold Held, Roberta Herman, Harry Hirsch, Lillian Hoffman, Nathan Hurwitz, Herbert Hyman, Marjorie Jaffe, Ruhola Karubian, Ibrahim Kashane, Siene Kattenberg-Cohen, Daniel Korshad, Leo Clayman, Jack Lapidus, Louis Jeff, Samuel Lefkowitz, Esther Lehman, Yerachmiel Liebenbaum, Joseph Liederman, Jack Levant, Faye Levitt, Solomon Lister, Gabriel Leeser, Donald Manis, Mayor Margolin, Abraham Margolis, Abigail Melchin-Weiner, Philip Midgen, David Miller, Benjamin Moramnik, Leon Nijensen, Bet Paris, Edward Pilot, Esther Pourmoradi, Edith Raphael, Harry Raphael, Yusef Rofim, Shemuel Rochsar, Abraham Rose, Joyce Rosenberg, Svi Rosenberg, Sidney Roth, Gertrude Rothholtz, Harold Rothstein, Minnie Rothstein, Helen Rubin, Rochelle Rubin, Fanny Schoenfeld, Louis Schwartzman, Solomon Sepishvili, Judith Ann Seven, Emil Shahab, Balfour Shamuel, Elias Silverstein, Hyman Silverman, Muna Cimento, Lee Simon, Joel Smason, James Smith, Sion Soleimani, Mohtaram Sarudi, Yogub Sofarian, Ben Ephraim, Mildred Stark, Mayor Stein, Maury Steinberg, Victor Storch, Rahola Torkin, Monir Hakim Tubi, Jenny Tulo, Herman Birschmau, Beverly Wadwinski, Stanley Yarshis, Shadpor Yashar, Sarah Zalkin, Leah Zarem, Cheryl Zaid, Fanny Zlokin, and Freda Zwas. I'll invite all those in a period of mourning to rise, and we'll say the words of the mourners Kaddish together, page 58. Yitz Gadal ve'yitz Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma Divra Chirutei ve'amlich Malchutei V'chai Echod V'yom Echod V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael V'agalat V'bizman Kariv Ve'imru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam U'lomei Amaya Yitz Barach Ve'yishtabach Ve'yitz Pa'ar Ve'yitz Ramam Ve'yit Nasei V'yitz Hadar Ve'yitz Aleh V'yitz Halo Shmei Dekudsha Richu La'ela Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tush Bechata V'Nechemata Da'amiran Be'alma Ve'imru Amen Yehi Shlama Rabbah Min Shmaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. We pray to God for healing to all those with broken hearts, and let us say Amen. Okay, everybody. We have some announcements tonight. One that I could not be more excited for is that Brianna Benarin is back, our Atid director from maternity leave. Brianna, hello.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm so excited to be back. Mazal Tov Rothbart family. That was a beautiful rendition of Oseh Shalom. Can I hop into some announcements?
Please.
Okay, awesome. So Shabbat Shalom. So happy to be back. Please stay tuned for our upcoming Atid events. Our newsletter is a great way to stay informed, and our Instagram and our Facebook. We'll be having Purim events. Our own Rabbi Rotenberg has an amazing relationships class that he's kicked off on the 4th Tuesday evening of every month, and hopefully an upcoming Who Knows One game show, Atid edition. So stay tuned for that, and hope to see you all very soon. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I'll also mention Atid is having a second day Passover Seder, so more information for that. And this week, tomorrow night, Havdalah moves to 8 p.m. and Chassidut with me moves to 8:30 p.m. Days are getting longer, people. Get that.
As long as Chassidut moves with you, you're good.
Chassidut always moves with you. Yeah. Okay.
Can we just make a couple of Purim announcements on the more
absolutely, and Cantor, if you have announcements too. Yeah, let's get them all in.
Great. We have a lot of things going on the week of Purim, which we'll see an email come out this Wednesday, I believe. The traditional Megillah reading, all virtual, but all interactive. And Purim night, we have another game show, a trivia night that has some Name That Tune. There will be prizes that will be delivered to your inbox. So you definitely do not want to miss this special opportunity. So look for your emails. And for Sinai Temple members, you'll also be receiving a very special Mishloach Manot from the Sinai Temple family as well. So please join with us in the spirit of Adar and the holiday of Purim over these next few weeks. I also want to just do a shout out to the Rothbard family. So you guys turn on your camera for end the service with us, and their family who's watching from near and far here in Los Angeles and the surrounding areas, and of course also to your family in Charleston, who definitely is tuning in tomorrow, but also if they are as well, to hello, David and James and Rachel and Haley's there and Marcus. And we're just very excited to celebrate with you in the family minyan tomorrow in the sanctuary with the Hakim family as well. Cantor, or any other thing that we're missing?
As long as we're
Sounds
throwing
like a
in.
Lekha Dodi.
Oh, no, please, Cantor. What did you say?
It sounds like a Frei Lekha Dodi. I can't wait to celebrate.
Yes.
Great. I'll also mention there's a virtual carnival for our
Yes.
for kindergarten through fourth graders, as well as Dor Hadash on the Friday Purim day, 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. More information of that, you can go to the website. Now, these have not been entirely Atid announcements, but you should remember when we're back in person, this is the Atid service, and it is amazing and musical, and there's an amazing dinner afterwards. Don't forget it. A year ago was our last Friday Night Live. And
In-person Friday Night Live.
In-person Friday Night Live, and God willing, we'll be back together for Friday Night Live before the end of this coming one with dinner. That's the goal here. Shabbat Shalom. Why don't cantorial intern David Child, you can turn on your camera too. We'll end with Od Javo. Rabbi, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, and then we're gonna try to add the Rothbarts in here. So guys, we're gonna sing Od Yavo Shalom, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, and then when it's your turn, we're gonna point to you, and you guys are gonna do it. Sound good?
Okay, so let's make an order here. So Rabbi Sherman, me, Rothbarts, Cantor, cantorial intern, and then Brianna, are you in?
All right.
Okay, so remember who you're after. So Rabbi Sherman, Rabbi Rotenberg, Rothbard family. Cantor Feldman, cantorial intern David Child, Brianna.
TFC, so we'll all be neutral
C.
here. Great.
Okay.
What kind of
Here we go.
C.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Rabbi Rotenberg.
Of those lyrics, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, to the Rothbard family. Salam.
Salam Aleinu ve'al ha'olam. Salam, salam.
Cantor?
Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. David Child.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Brianna?
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, shalom. Rothbard, end it. Ready? Od Yavo.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
And I think we're going to end with the blessings with the Rothbard for the Kaddish and the Motzi.
David will
Great.
lead Kaddish
And we'll end with drinking and eating as we shall be merry.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Amen. Take a sip or a gulp.
And for the bread.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen. Mazal Tov and Shabbat Shalom. Take it away, Rabbi Rotenberg.
Sure. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat. Cantor?
Chodesh